all the adult cats come running.
And she freezes.
She's just so caught up in her own story. Deb, you froze.
Yeah, Deb. Yeah, we had no idea what that story was.
So anyway, he caught the squirrel, and then all the adult cats come running to like help, and it was like amazing. It was like some National Geographic shit, Animal Kingdom.
Well, once again, we are live talking about cats, as always.
We're live?
I had no idea we were live.
Yeah. I told Allison to start it like randomly while you were telling this cat story. So the people at home can see the crazy cat ladies that I deal with on a weekly basis here on this show. How are you doing, Allison, Deb, and we have
I have kittens falling at my door.
Just got kittens in the rain, sending me pictures of them right before we start the show. Oh, hello, everyone. Welcome to My Weekly Meltdowns coverage of Big Brother 21. As always, I've got Deb and Tyler, and tonight we've got Zooty McBooty himself, Sequester alumni. Bill Methling, how are you doing this evening?
I'm great. Happy to be back. I always love coming here, and I've never been here with Tyler, so it's nice to meet you.
I know. I feel like hell has frozen over, and we're finally on a show together.
I know. I felt like you were avoiding me for so long.
No. It's not that. The only person I actively avoid is Allison.
Yeah, I'm excited to see the dynamics between Allison and Tyler tonight. I'm just ready for it.
All I know is Tyler sent me a text before this show started, and I could blow his old world up.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, no, I'll just go ahead and bury the lead. I have a giant zit on my forehead that's been like draining all day, and I just want to beat Allison to the punch. Yeah, that's exactly
what it is. See it. Oh, wait a minute. Turn your head.
See it?
You're broadcasted in black and white. That's what Allison does.
It's like
yes.
Like
I know
exactly.
That's
what she does. Okay. Can we quick talk about the picture that Tyler sent me today?
Yeah, we can talk about it.
Yes.
Deb, go ahead and tell this story.
So anyway, I like to take selfies every day.
No, I didn't know that.
I didn't get that at all.
You didn't get that? So if I'm feeling cute, I'll take a selfie. I'll put it on Instagram and Facebook. Well, I took a really cute selfie the other day, and Tyler decided to mock me and take his own rendition of my selfie.
Yeah.
Shit.
Here's the photo in question for everybody that wants to see what Deb's selfie kind of looked like.
I don't recall Deb's legs being that wide open.
True. That was just for memory.
Eagle, like come here and do me now. Do me now.
It's just like a subtle come here and do me now. It's not like as blatant as that.
And this was my picture. Hold on, let's bring it up. Let's see. This was my picture.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't know how to put the hearts in there. That was that's where I fell flat.
Okay.
I can't tell the difference. Like, what's the distinguishable? Like, aren't they the same
see
picture?
my legs spread?
His legs are open. Hers are closed.
Deb, I thought this was going in a direction where you were going to mention about a certain Survivor contestant that responded to your picture.
Oh yeah, he always.
Wait, who?
My picture.
Who?
Jarvis.
Oh, what did he say?
What did he say?
He said something like, "Damn, girl."
Yeah, like, "Damn, girl." Yeah, well, I get that with a lot of people. So, and then.
Well, I guess we all better eat a slice of humble pie here. But speaking of slices of humble pie, we've had quite a week in the Big Brother house, and I can't wait to talk about all of it with you guys. So for people that have been living under a rock since we last talked on Thursday, of course we saw Cliff come back from that competition. He really had no competition with anybody else in that game. It was really crazy how quickly he won that competition. I feel like Julie Chenbot probably had like a malfunction or something. But of course, after that, the feeds cut for them to do the HOH competition. And we see Cliff has one head of household. So quite a night for our Cliffy boy. And so what do you guys think about his HOH reign so far?
It's a shit show.
Why is it a shit show?
Well, I mean, it turned out good. He had really good intentions. It's a shit show because nobody can keep a secret. Everybody talks, and it just fucks up the intentions on what he wanted to do because nobody can keep their mouth shut. So, and it just, nobody can keep a secret. That's the problem in that house. Nobody. There's only one secret in that house that's being kept.
The Tommy and Christie thing?
The Tommy and Christie secret. And I'm shocked that that's still being kept. But that is the only secret that has been kept.
The only, you know what'll solve that problem? Get rid of Cat. Put her out in the rain with those, like your cats
With
outside
the
your
cats?
house. Bitch, bye. She needs to go. She runs in her, like she is just in everything, and she disperses this information, and I feel it's kind of ruined Cliff's HOH. I feel like Christie has ruined Cliff's HOH. I kind of feel like Cliff has ruined Cliff's HOH. It started out good. I was real excited. I was real happy. He nominated Jack and Jackson. They had the veto competition. Jackson won, took himself down, and Cliff puts up Bella in Jackson's place. And how we got from here to there after he said that Nick and Bella were safe, it is just a whole pull. I mean,
and the fact that these people don't realize that you can bounce checks in the Big Brother house.
Exactly. You don't. Yeah.
But I'm going to jump in here because okay, so this is the highest of highs, and then we think it's the lowest of lows as far as a viewer goes, with him potentially, okay, the best case scenario that would have been great for TV is he backdoors Christie when she doesn't use her power. That would have been glorious. But in the mind of Cliff, for Cliff's game, I'm really starting to come around, especially after what I'm seeing going on today on the feeds. Like this might be the best case scenario for Cliff's game, because not only does Christie and the Six just adore him, love him, and just thank God for Cliff, but also he's created this alliance today, the Cliff's Honeys. If you guys saw it, just happened maybe 30 minutes ago.
No, I didn't see it. No,
I missed that.
With Kat, Jessica, and Nicole, which we know is a group that he talked to right at the beginning of his HOH reign, but they gave themselves a name. They're doing a thing. So Cliff is super padded right now. So for Cliff's game, I'm starting to feel like this is his best case, even though it's not great TV.
Here we go with the cat again.
I want to jump on this too, because I am in total agreement with you. I see on Twitter and Reddit, like a lot of people are really giving Cliff a lot of crap for the move that he made. And I can understand where people are getting to that conclusion of thinking this is a bad move for him. But I think in long terms of Cliff's game, I think that this is the right move. I think that this shows the Six that he can be trusted. Where does Cliff go next week when he can't compete in HOH and he has to depend on Jessica to win the HOH for him to keep him safe?
What if the Six decides they're going to bounce a check?
I think since he did what he did this week, I think if one of the Six wins HOH, I don't think that he's the first target for them. I think that they go after Nicole. I think that they go after Jessica. I think they go after Catherine.
Oh, I think it's Nick and Sam. I think that's the first two.
That too. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Do you really think checks haven't been bounced yet on that side? I mean, honey, they've passed bouncing checks. They're checking to cash now.
For sure. But if Cliff were to go against his word and, say he flushes his power from Christie, that buries any kind of trust that he has with any of the Six moving forward. And it really doesn't put him in a good spot at all. Christie, Jackson, they all have gotten just a little bit of trust because Cliff has done exactly what he's told them that he would do. He hasn't gone back on his word with them at all. And, during this HOH reign, people are making themselves bigger targets, with the exception of him. So we see Sam do this house meeting that is just totally unnecessary.
I missed the whole house meeting. What happened with that?
Literally nothing happened. I mean,
it was just some tears on Nick's part, and
it was called by Sam because Sam was trying to save his ass because he felt like Nick's plan to potentially try to keep Bella was going to land with his name involved. And so he even cleared it with Nick before the meeting and said, you know what, I need to clear my name. Nick gave him the go ahead, and it was basically Sam saving his ass so people don't think that Sam is sketchy. But all that's going to happen for the rest of the season when they think about Sam is bringing it back to this meeting. Like, where if I don't do something that Sam likes, is he going to bring it to the whole house? I think he really tarnishes game.
Yeah, I mean, I saw the feeds immediately after the house meeting was over, and like everybody was on the couch, and Christie's going, I still feel the same way about him. Like, this didn't change anything, and that's kind of the theme of this house meeting is like nothing changed except for Sam just made like a bigger unnecessary target on himself, which is really a shame because I feel like me and a lot of people were really liking where he was. Landing in this kind of like floater game, like not really making himself like the head of any alliance, but making himself an available number for people. But now I feel like his target has increased by a lot.
Can we talk about #Snacksin?
What is that?
Snacksin.
Oh gosh.
Jackson is apparently a have-not. Well, no, he is a have-not. And he's sneaking food into the shower and is ducking down like this, the shower door, and eating it. And there's nothing has been done about it. Do we know if anything's been done about it? I mean, he's already off the block. He can't have a penalty.
Well, he could. He could get a penalty nomination.
People were discussing like maybe them like taking his vote away or have a potential vote against him later when he goes on the block, something like that.
But what I did notice today in watching the feeds, that production is watching him because they are panning in close to whatever he is eating. So they definitely said something to him if they're panning the cameras that close to his stuff. And today I watched him literally dump about a cup full of powdered sugar on a bowl of slop. He has a serious eating disorder, and it's disturbing.
Well, no, guys that work out a lot, though, they're used to eating a lot of food. A
cup of sugar.
Food can be an addiction.
Diabetic, I don't know.
He's mentioned previous times that he was obese, like at a younger age, and was bullied out of 2 middle schools because of that very reason. And so I'm guessing he got in shape to kind of like get out of that, mindset and people being bullied. And so I mean that stays with you, like people that have fluctuated with weight before, it's after they lose it on these shows like Biggest Loser and so on and so forth, like many of them gain it all back just later because they're not someone's not hyper focused on training them, and they're not as strict with their diet and whatever else and exercising and everything. So we're seeing him like slip into maybe some of these old habits because he's so stressed out, and that's just another element to it.
Well, not only is he like stressed out, but Holly literally said to him, and this was pretty damaging to his self-confidence and his, I think that this is probably like the root of a lot of these eating issues that he's having right now, is Holly said to him, like he patted his stomach and she was like, wow, I miss the Jackson that first moved into the house. Because I guess he's like he gained a few pounds. And that's so awful to say to somebody, especially like the person that you're having an intimate relationship with.
Which she doesn't know that he has an eating disorder.
Right. Well, but you should never say that to somebody.
History. We all know it. Everyone else knows it.
Yeah. I mean, like, regardless of like knowing somebody's history or not, like that's just something you don't really say to somebody. Like, I don't know. That's because and that's exactly the point. That like you never know like what this person's past is, their relationship with food, how they control it, their self-esteem issues. And, this is just another example this season, in my opinion, of production not doing proper physical, mental checks on these house guests that can come into the house. I mean, having somebody on slop who has this relationship with food and self-esteem, it's really not a good and healthy thing, because then you get in a situation like this where he is breaking the rules. And do you force the rules and force these kind of like bad like mental behaviors, or do you just let it slide? You know, it's a lose-lose either way. So you really need to be doing these proper tests that it seems like they're just not doing this season, right? Like I don't know if like the whole production team is just focused on sexy singles on Love Island, and so like they let like all of this shit slide or whatever. But
They let a lot of shit slide.
yeah.
And we've
I
got
would
a
say
wall,
more shit this season than any
comp
other
coming.
season combined.
Are we sure it's a wall comp?
Well, we could
Yeah.
imagine it's a wall comp, and if it is, and there's a history of the first 4 falling off that wall being have-nots,
Yeah.
and he is such a big guy that he could potentially be an early fall, and
Oh,
having
he's
him on
falling
this
off early.
week in a row is going to be a problem.
Yeah.
I do envision Nicole winning this because she's the smallest.
Have you
And
seen Sis? Have you seen Sis?
Yeah, but she doesn't have the
that's who
drive.
I think too.
Sis does not
Sideways,
have
she
the drive.
disappears. She's so skinny.
Yeah, but she doesn't have the heart and the drive.
I think she does. Let us not forget that she's a Division I athlete in college. You know, she's got that Lauren Collins.
That's college. That's college. This is Big Brother, and she has zero clue about Big Brother. She doesn't.
I mean, tell that to Lauren Collins last season in Survivor, who held on until she passed out.
Yeah, in
You know.
college was what, maybe a year
yeah, but
ago?
she
for her?
cared.
Right, exactly.
She cared. She
Well,
cared.
The issue is that in her, she's been very open and vocal about this. In her soccer career at college, she has a very bad stigma attached to her as being like the badass of soccer. Like she got like the most yellow and red cards like out of anybody.
That's
And
right.
so you know she could be a badass. You know she can be aggressive. You know we've seen her get angry when she was up in that HOH room talking about Nicole. You see her lose her shit, and if she harnesses that for a competition and she wants to win an HOH, like I don't think
she wants to.
On a wall.
Do you think she wants to win an HOH?
I do think she
why
does.
not? She doesn't know anything about this game.
Right, exactly. Yeah, I actually could honestly see any of the 6 winning this HOH coming up. To be frank, I think that they and Deb, I think you're right. I think Nicole is probably their biggest competition for this HOH. But I mean, when we have Annalise, when we have Holly, when we have Tommy is a great body physique type for this challenge as well. I think we're headed for a 6 HOH next week for sure.
I mean, does it really matter though? Because if Kat wins HOH, I have zero faith in Kat doing really anything that I just feel like it doesn't matter. Whoever wins HOH will be controlled by Christie if it's not Christie, because she went and told all these people about her diamond power veto.
Jeez.
As much as I don't like her very much, I have to say, love her or hate her, she's playing the game. I mean,
she is.
Went to Cliff. Jackson went and got her. He's like, Christie's got something to tell you, but I'm gonna let her tell you. He went to get her. She comes up, she tells about the diamond power veto, and she tells him, she's like, I'm not threatening you, I'm just telling you this is what I can do with it. Now, every person that wins HOH has that in the back of their mind. If you nominate Christie and so-and-so, and Christie wins the power of veto, not only can she take herself off, she can pick your best friend and throw them up there, and she controls the majority of the house if you're not in that 6-shooter, and that person's gone.
Yeah.
It blows me away.
When does that expire? In 2 weeks?
I think so.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right, Deb. But Allison, you are exactly correct. She is.
Hold on a second. Whoa, what was that in here? It doesn't matter. What was that?
I guess, after all of these years of doing shows together, I guess it finally happened. Allison is correct on something. Christie is using this as, social and strategic currency in this game.
She's got 2 weeks, though.
But that's fine. That's all she needs to set herself up here. And I think that she's doing a really great job at it. I mean, I feel like everybody wants Christie to be a part of their group, like whatever, like the group is,
I would too.
And this is even better news for Tommy, who has, of course, this relationship with Christie, but he's not like the helm of it. Like he's kind of the the like attached like person to it. So even if like all of Christie's game goes to shit, which could happen because we have seen her be super emotional, just like wearing her heart on her sleeve and making emotional decisions, you know, Tommy is going to be the one that reaps the benefits from all of those connections that she has, but not like the downfall of her sloppy game potentially. Yeah, she's playing a very good game, but it could go to shit like any day with like one of those like emotional operas she has.
Social capital.
I'm going up. I'm going up.
Sorry, go ahead, Bill.
Yeah, social capital is through the roof, and what the best thing that she's doing, which I love and which I applaud, is that she's really making headway with Jess and Kat, and you know Nicole's attached to them, so you know Nicole is a part of it. But what she's doing, and the friendship and the in-depth conversation she has with Jess and Kat is impressive. So much the fact that she just about 20 minutes ago, or right before this started, was crying in the comeback room with Kat about Cliff, saying how much she loved him, how much she appreciates him, how much she respects his game, and how then she started bad mouthing Mickey, like this is the new trend. Let's get Mickey out. Mickey's a jerk. Look what he did to Kat.
Yeah.
Look what he's done with Holly. So here comes the splinter. Here comes the big split, and it's going to be because of Christie, of all people, when she shouldn't be the one that's doing this, but because she is, I'm for it. It will make for really interesting gameplay and TV, but I think it could potentially be the downfall of her game.
I should have copywritten that blank of all people when I had the chance.
Right.
Hey, Kim Matina sent me a message today. She goes, Allison, whenever I'm watching the live feeds and they say so-and-so of all people, I just think of you from Sequester All-Stars when Jay said, Allison of all people.
Can we talk about Jackson breaking up with Holly because she does not want to have sex on the feeds?
Let's talk about
I'm
that.
conflicted about this. And I'm not defending anybody. I'm just saying that from what I understand and what I've seen, and don't everybody jump up my ass at the same time. My name's not Annalise.
Anal ease.
She apparently 12 hours after they did it, changed her mind and came to her senses about, you know, you get caught up in the moment and you do things. We've all been there.
Yeah, and then you have regret.
You have regret about it. And she talked to him about it, and from listening to him talk, he said, well, you know, I didn't get the impression that he was like, well, if you're not going to give me sex, then I'm breaking up with you. I got the impression he was like, you can't just do it and then not want to cuddle or be around. You know, I don't know. Somebody explain to me what happened, because I kind of came on the ass end of Jackson's conversation.
I definitely think it was more him being aggressive, like, you know, you're not giving me sex, I'm not going to be with you. Because there was a time earlier in the week where she was saying that she couldn't have sex because of her rash, aka crabs.
That's something else.
And he was kind of saying, you know, that she has to do it anyway. So, yeah.
Does she really have crabs, or is this just a thing?
Yeah, because it was.
There's some type of rash. We're not categorizing it as that.
Cat referred to it as scabies, aka crabs. Catherine mentioned something about scabies and crabs.
But you know, when Kat says it.
Yeah, but she was discussing it with Holly.
Oh.
She was discussing it with Holly.
Somebody brought up something in the chat that was kind of interesting. Do you think Jackson's going to out Holly and Kat for knowing each other? Maybe they gave each other crabs. Maybe they know the source of the crabs.
Who brought the crabs?
Hashtag who brought the crabs?
I know.
Yeah, I mean, we have no idea. But I will say that, you know, Jackson kind of wants to slow down his relationship with Holly as well. I like it's mutually like coming to an end, but for different reasons. So Jackson wasn't aware that they show them having sex on the live feeds. You know, Catherine just like casually just like dropped that bomb one day, and his face was like, wait, they show having sex on the feeds? They don't
really
switch to
show it.
another camera. And I'm like, you dumbass! Like this is what happens when you have no idea what you're signing up for. So after that happened is when he started to kind of take a step back from Holly. I guess while Holly's itching her crotch too. So there's just problems all around. I do want to say one more point about Jackson's eating and breaking the have-not rules. Deb, you're saying that they're doing like close-up shots of him eating and stuff, like they're really showing that?
Very close.
I wouldn't be surprised if they like he hasn't been punished yet because they're saving that for like a segment on Thursday, and then they're going to like break the news like live, like Jackson.
I thought about that. Yeah,
like,
that's
Jackson,
what I'm thinking.
Here's proof of you breaking your have-not rules. We are taking away your vote for tonight, because I feel like production wouldn't want people to use that as a strategy to kind of get numbers in a different way, knowing that there's one less vote. If that makes any sense.
If that happens, if they take his vote away, there's a chance Jack goes home. Like, can we talk about it?
Yeah, and I think
that's
what production is preventing, is it impacting like the game strategy by punishing him. So that's what I think is going to happen.
Because I did notice, I saw the videos on the internet of him eating in the shower, and then production calling him to the diary room, and then today when I was watching, I saw them panning in like on his bowl when he dumped the whole cup of powdered sugar on his bowl of
this nasty ass will
slop.
Eat anything anywhere. He took a cucumber that he was sharing with Jack on Sunday's show, put it in his mouth, went to the potty, pissed, I hope, came out, didn't even use soap, just did the little finger dance under the water.
Why do men do that? That is so disgusting.
And
I always wash my hands. Just putting that out there.
And then gave it back to Jack. And then gave it back to Jack.
We don't really care. Jack's had worse things in his mouth. But, I mean, it just... the
milk chugging. Can we talk about the freaking milk
chugging? Who's chugging milk?
Jackson.
He literally drinks from the gallon. With people standing right there, nobody says anything. I would slap him in the back of the head. What the fuck is wrong with you? You've been raised by wolves or
and
something?
you know what, Deb? I feel like that is like validating his dominance and like assertiveness, like even further.
Absolutely.
The fact that nobody is calling him out on his behavior.
Absolutely. It's just like pissing in the corner to mark his territory.
I don't know how intense this split really is going to be between Holly and Jackson. I'm literally watching them on the feeds right now, and his head is, they're cuddling and his head is in her crotch, and like they're totally fine. She's massaging and everything like that. So who really knows? But once again, like this is the first time I've seen Holly on like the feeds in like 3 days. She's invisible, and she's been invisible in this conversation except for talking about potential STDs, which is why she's still my winner pick, Allison.
And
who's your winner pick? Holly.
And
I don't think that's a bad choice. I really don't.
Split the money with her little crab friends.
Crab fest.
No, I honestly think that she has the potential to go all the way here. I think that she's not the dumbest person in the house by far. I think
that's such a compliment.
Right. I wouldn't say she's smart. I wouldn't say she's a Dr. Will or Dan. But I think that she has the potential to go all the way. She's very likable. She's not causing waves. I feel like people really see her as a reliable number, somebody to count on. Maybe this week with this endurance competition coming up, maybe this is going to be her time to shine and have a really successful, good, mutually beneficial for everybody HOH that only puts her in a better light than she already is. I would say she's in the second best position in the house behind Tommy.
If she becomes HOH, it's going to be a Jackson and Holly HOH. You really don't think that?
I absolutely think that, but I don't see where I feel like if that's like when that happens, I feel like people are going to blame Jackson, not Holly, for whatever she decides to do. I feel like it's going to come down on him because people are already turning their back on him. Like you guys were saying, people are already pointing the finger at him saying, you're doing all of these things wrong. And I could see people saying Jackson influenced Holly to do this.
Speaking of Jackson, if he gets a penalty nomination or loses his vote, let's say he gets a penalty nomination, which could happen.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that everybody would vote him out just because he broke the rules?
No.
If they have time to talk about it, he'd go home because everyone's bad mouthing him right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Everybody's feeling a certain type of way about him. And if he's back on the block because he broke the rules, I think that they would gang up on him and just get rid of him.
That's an aggressive penalty, though. That's an aggressive penalty.
That's taking it a bridge too
It's very aggressive.
I think that if anything, they'll take his vote away. But who all is voting for? Let's just backpedal a little bit. So the reason why Cliff put Bella up and Christie did not have to use her power is because Christie has promised Cliff 2 weeks of safety, or just safe, or what has
2
she
weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks
Yeah.
of safety. He'll make it to jury if he makes it the 2 weeks. And so now she still has her power, which makes her, God, somewhat of a genius, in my opinion, which I never thought I would freaking say.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm going up.
I'm going up. And Jessica had I was thinking this the other day. And Evil Dick had retweeted a tweet about this, that Jessica doesn't think that there is an alliance in the house. She thinks
She's an idiot.
She thinks the whole house is just working together.
Where did they find
clueless
Jessica
idiot.
is what I want to know.
Chicago.
Where?
Oh,
Oh, Jesus
Bill.
Christ. Really?
I know. Damn it. Way to represent Chicago.
What the fuck? She's an idiot.
Terrible
Everyone
casting.
on Earth,
I
Chicago.
am,
Yeah,
and I
Bill
have said it.
instead of her.
I've said it multiple times. Jose was more strategic than Jessica.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, scenarios, right?
Scenarios.
Scenarios. Yeah.
Jessica's in an official alliance now. Cliff's honeys. So we'll see what happens.
And the thing is, she's an official alliance, and then somebody will tell her something within the alliance, and she will run right back and tell Christie because she's an idiot.
You've got Jess running her mouth. You've got Christie running her mouth. You've got Kat running her mouth. It is just those three: Jess, Kat, and Christie. Charlie's
Nobody can keep a
Angels
secret.
right there. They need to go.
I'm sure
I think
Catherine
that
will
I
go
think
for it.
that Catherine wants to make moves though. I think that she's actively trying, right? Like she said that she really wanted to win that veto because she wanted to prove herself, and she did. She won that. I think that I'm not completely out on Catherine yet at this point. I think that there's still something that could be there. But you're totally right about Jessica. Like just sign her up for final 2 GOAT at this point. I feel like she's in like the Victoria slot.
Yeah.
Yeah, Victoria was more strategic than her.
Yeah.
She was.
If she makes it any farther, she's going to be like the memorable character from the season. She is like a classic Big Brother character, and she's everything we need on the show. I am here for Kat.
No,
I
not
love
Kat.
Kat.
We're talking about Jessica.
Oh, listen, I love
Jessica. I thought we just skip over Jessica. Like,
Yeah.
what's
No, I like Kat.
She's a waste of a house guest. She's probably a nice person, but she's a waste of a house guest.
Waste.
I have impeccable timing. I don't know who I sent this message to because I talked to so many people about Big Brother during the day. I went home for lunch yesterday and they were sitting outside talking about pooping and farting. And they were talking about how comfortable they were and how they never talk about this in real life. But they were talking like, Christie was like, I just went. I haven't been able to go. And I had a bowel movement. And I'm out here talking about it. I have the Diamond Power veto.
And I had a bowel movement.
And I had a bowel movement the size of the Diamond Power of veto. It was hard and it was crusty. I mean,
It's
what?
Slop. Slop's taking over the poop conversation. Slop. Yeah, they're all talking about bleeding assholes today because they're all on slop. And
Oh, God.
You know that if I were in that house, I would be freaking in heaven. I would be like, oh, let's talk about shit. What are you talking about? We talked about this at the dinner table at my house when I was a kid. My dad would talk about how he almost shit himself at work and he had to find a bathroom to use because men, for some reason, when you guys have to have a number 2 in a public restroom, you can't can't go in there if another guy's in there. So your asses have to go find another bathroom, even if it's on another fucking floor. You risk shitting yourself. I don't get it.
All right.
You know
Let's
what I'm
reel
saying?
it in.
Sorry. But you know it's true.
Ay.
I'm talking about, Bill?
So another thing I wanted to talk about was the LFC roundtable last night, because we had Derek, or they had Derek come on and talk about his thoughts on the season and stuff. Did you guys get a chance to watch that?
I did.
Yeah.
I watched the first half.
What did you guys think?
Amazing.
Yeah.
Because I love Derek.
I'm always interested to see what happens when like Dan or Derek, weigh in, and I don't necessarily have a big opinion on it. I'm more excited about the aggressive opinions that you two have, so let's hear it. Yeah,
so basically at the end of the show, Derek's they were talking about this. I feel like everybody's talking about, like, instead of doing celebrity Big Brother, they should do like a 2-week like proper all-star season in the winter.
We've been saying that forever, Tyler.
Yeah.
The three of us have been saying that forever.
Okay, so we're the trendsetters then.
Yes.
I'll take it.
Yes.
But Melissa straight up asked Derek, would you do this? And he said, yeah, absolutely. And everybody's like, yeah, we can't wait to see how you play against like Dan and Dr. Will and stuff. I think they would run circles around Derek, to be honest. I think that Derek is one of the most overrated Big Brother winners.
He doesn't have a secret anymore, so
well,
yeah.
not only that, but he played with
up.
morons. Like when you put like a horse in like a turtle race, you can't say the horse is the fastest horse out of all of them when he wins that race. You know what I mean? Like if you put like a semi-smart dude in a house of a bunch of like idiots and Frankie Grande, of course he's going to look like God's gift to this earth in comparison. But to put him on the same tier as like Dan and Dr. Will, I even think that Vanessa, I think Paul and Tyler are above Derek in terms of gameplay.
Can I say this?
Sure.
Say this? I think even Frankie Grande could play better than Derek at this point.
I agree with you, Deb. I really do.
All right, I'm on Allison's side now.
Let's you and I talk for a minute, Bill. Bill, I've muted them because I feel you and I are making faces at each other and they can't unmute themselves because of the service that I pay for now.
So, Allison, I met Derek in Las Vegas when I went to the Reality All-Star reunion, and Derek is like the guy at the bar that and he walks in the bar and you wave at him like, hey, Derek, and he waves back, but then at first, you realize, then he walks by you because he realized he was waving at somebody else, and you just feel like that, you're just enamored by him. Then it's like, oh, I'm not up to Derek's level. But then he starts. Then you do strike up a conversation. So that was stage 1. Stage 2 is you strike up a conversation with him, and you hear of like the Dan Giesling mist. Like Derek has the exact same effect on people, and it's amazing. Like people sit around Derek, and he just talks, and they just sit there with their jaws like wide open, like, wow, like they're in awe of him and the way that he speaks and the way that he presents himself and the confidence that he exudes. And I don't care like how good of a player you are in Big Brother, like that presence that I witness in person is impressive and will do him well, I think, in an All-Stars. And if you don't think that Dan, Derek, and Dr. Will won't work together, then you're a fool, because that is the only way that they get somewhere in this game. They have to. And to pick up a Tyler and to pick up a Vanessa, you see those minds working together, but it'd be perfect right at the beginning. And then when they work against each other towards the middle end of the game, it's going to be a beautiful season. But Derek, he's a good guy. He would do very, very well.
Come on, are you guys discounting
totally
Frankie
disagree.
Grande's? Are you discounting Frankie Grande's social game?
I don't know who Frankie Grande is, but I know who Frankie Grande is.
Never being so correct with his life.
That sounds like a candy bar.
Listen, here's the thing, though. You guys are sitting here saying, well, secret's out. How's he going to measure up against these other legends? Well, here's the thing. He kept a secret. He kept it mum the whole time, and he played that game. His ass didn't touch that block one time until the very end when it was between.
The jig is up.
Yeah, but the thing is, the jig is up for everyone, Deb. Everyone's secret is out. Everybody knows what Will's going to do. Everybody knows what
that's Dan in
Houston's
season
gonna
14.
do. Everybody knows what Derek is going to do. They all know it is getting through it together and trying to go mist each other. That is what I want to see. So if you're going to apply that to Derek Levasseur, you need to apply that to all the others as well.
No, I think in like a season of like Big Brother Greats, I would put money on Derek being the first boot. Like that's how strongly I feel about this.
I'm not going to disagree with you on that because we all fear what we can't understand and explain and trust. And I wouldn't trust him because he would win. So he would have to go first.
I don't know. I just in a season like an All Stars or something like that, and we see this trend on Big Brother as well, or I'm sorry, on Survivor as well. The underrated female tends to go really far in these returnee seasons. Yeah, I could see like somebody like Nicole coming and winning like a Big Brother All Stars if that were to happen. No way that Derek gets. I could even see Dr. Will and Dan kind of teaming up and saying like, we need to put this guy in his place. Like, and what rubs me the wrong way is that I feel like Derek thinks that he's hot shit, and I think that he kind of plays up this facade of like, oh no, I'm just a normal guy. I just played a regular game or whatever. But I know in the back of his head, he's thinking that he's like super, super hot shit. I know that like for like certain like Big Brother events, he asked to get paid like a shit ton of money just to attend and show up for these events because he knew people would come and just like lick his asshole basically.
Oh my God.
And that to me shows like, you know, this guy is like making like a book about himself. He has like another TV show. I think that he's just really into himself, very cocky. And I don't think that he's earned that title quite yet.
He's good at what he does. He is a detective. The show that he does that I watch, by the way, is about him investigating old cases that have gone cold, and they are figuring them out and helping families bring peace to their lives, figuring out what happened to their daughters and sons that have been murdered. How is that being full of himself? He's not even talking game or talking Big Brother. He's helping people. Tyler.
When Derek speaks, people listen.
Yes.
When Frankie speaks, everyone's going to roll their eyes. No one's going to listen to what he has to say.
I don't know. I disagree.
I disagree.
Yeah, me and Deb, we are on the same page here. Who do you guys think would be somebody that would win in like a proper Big Brother All Stars like this? What do you guys think?
Let's talk about the women. Let's talk about the female. Who would qualify to be in this type of?
Deb, I think Deb and I did a draft of an All-Star season.
Remember we did that? Yeah.
If I can pull it up, you guys keep talking. Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, like what females? You know, we have Danielle
my
Donato.
money will always be on Danielle Donato.
So Danielle Donato.
Y'all jot that down. I'm going to answer some questions in the chat real quick while we're doing that. Some people are saying in the chat that Sis and Holly need to get rid of the Jacks so they can concentrate on their game. I could not agree more. Let's see here. What else we got going on? Jackson acted like a baby in the conversation with Holly. Please go back and listen to the whole conversation. I will do that. Somebody said they found Jessica in a garbage can. Maybe a dumpster, but not a garbage can. Let's see here. Jackson's alliance members will not turn on him for eating because 500,000 is involved. There's so much going on in the chat. So I just want to thank everyone who is in the chat. Mars, Frank Rotz, I haven't seen you before. Eddie Smith, Rebecca Hurley, CW. Just a lot of people are in there.
Here's the thing. Let's talk about the $500,000.
Sorry.
The $500,000, Allison.
Yeah.
If you're going to go to Final Six with Jack and Jackson, they are standing in the way of your $500,000. So if you can get rid of them now, get rid of them.
There's 15 people standing in the way of me getting $500,000. It is a process of elimination to get them all out of the way. And I feel like Cliff had a moment where he could have made a boss ass move and become a legend, but he thought about his game in the long run instead. And I think he's getting a lot of shit for that. And that's why it's kind of a double-edged sword for me, because I can kind of see how we all craving for that moment of him to do that. But then again, he wants to survive and stay and still have a chance for that $500,000. I mean, it is just like, it is insane. I'm just so glad I don't have to hear the word resume. Okay. I haven't heard that like I heard in the last.
Oh, you know it's coming though.
Oh, it's
coming. As soon as you hit jury, that's when they start talking about the resume.
I feel like that's more of a Survivor thing though.
You want to talk about people being full of themselves? How many people have walked out who have finished playing Big Brother, who have done nothing? They go to the opening of an envelope. They go to the open their mail. That is a big thing. They haven't really done anything. I mean, there's nothing to talk about, but they have to be relevant and they have to release stuff and say all these things when the new season of Big Brother starts, just so they can feel relevant again, because they can't handle the fact that this time last year it was me, or this time 2 years. See Derek doing that. You don't see the real legends like Janelle doing that, or even Jessica and Cody are doing that. I mean, let's face it, they spit out a baby right before the season started, but I don't think.
And they also just won $1 million.
Yeah, I mean, on The Amazing Race. So, I mean, it's just.
I love Jessica and Cody.
I just feel like there are a lot of Big Brother players out there who are pointless. I'm not going to name, you guys know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They just need to be relevant. And I swear to God, Brett Robinson will lose all my. I don't know if I want him hooking up with Kat. How do y'all feel about that?
Oh, shit. Deb, we left Brett off this list. But I did find the all-star list that Deb and I drafted.
How did you leave Brett off? I was telling Allison today, I miss Brett. Like, what amazing casting he was last year.
And what did
He
I
was
do when
interesting,
you did that? Tyler,
Send me a picture of you with him.
I sent you a picture of me, Brett, and Winston.
All right, let's hear this list. I want to hear it.
Here's the list. We didn't put like legends in the game. It was kind of like, it's not even a second chance, but we kind of left like legends like Dan and Will and Derek. We left them off. So here's a list of people that are kind of middle, that are like, I mean, maybe second tier, like not winners. And then Deb did include OTT. So any OTT name is.
Why doesn't OTT get any fucking credit?
Well, here it is. Deb gave.
I give him credit. I give him cred.
So here's our list of 18. We had Enzo, Vanessa Russo, Jackie Ibarra, Eric Stein, Victor, Amanda Zuckerman, Haley, Jason Roy, Zach Rance, Danielle Licky, Big Meech, Donnie Thompson, Johnny Mack, Brittany Haynes, I don't think she'd come back here, Kaylin Herman, McCrae, Frankie Grandy, and Audrey. Probably wouldn't have. I don't know. And then we left off.
I don't think Audrey's.
Tyler and Brent are going to be and Brett are going to be in the mix somewhere. But of that list, I really feel like Johnny Mack has a really good shot of winning All Stars.
Yeah, he probably does.
I invalidate any list that has Jackie Ibarra, but not Danielle Donato.
That was all Deb.
Yikes. But some of the other picks sounded good, though. I would love to see Amanda Zuckerman play again.
I would love to see a all-star celebrity Big Brother with relevant players who are not stuck on themselves and don't need to be out and about for no damn reason. Making YouTube documentaries nobody gives a fuck about. Okay?
Or making jewelry lines.
I don't
Or
give a
talking
shit.
about the cowboy.
Or faking their breakup so they can go on X on the Beach.
No, hold on a minute. I love Mark and Elena. Are y'all watching X on the Beach?
I watched the first.
Okay.
episode.
Are you watching it? We're doing a show about it. I need you.
I have to go rewatch it though.
And listen, we're not going to do like a.
Stick in the head, like it's.
We're going to do we're going to watch like 4 episodes and then do a show.
All right.
I could probably me, you, and Cliff. I think we talked about this. I don't remember.
I've actually been watching Love Island, and I hate myself that I'm saying that I'm really hooked on it, and I feel like I'm as invested in that as I am Big Brother.
Really?
I am. It's very good.
I watched one episode and I couldn't even.
It's trash, and what I like about it is that the narrator like leans in on like the ridiculousness of it.
Oh, they do that on X on the Beach all the time. Oh, they are even worse on that show because it's not network.
Oh, hey, Tyler, a question about that show. I know we're unraveling, and this is the opposite of what I usually do on these shows. Is instead of going off, I usually bring it in. But what's up with Caro's eye? What the fuck? Is that pink eye? Is this like...
Okay, I have a theory.
I have a pink eye breakout.
I have a theory. Maybe this is inappropriate. However,
we love it.
We've already been there.
So if somebody like comes on your face and it gets in your eye, you have a red eye for like the rest of your day. And we know that Caro is like single, ready to mingle. I think that she's helping guys out left and right, if you know what I mean.
Well, it was from the jump, so it was casual, huh?
I have some input on this.
Yeah, go ahead.
There was an incident when I was in high school. Okay. And
you got pink eye?
I didn't get pink eye.
I'm sorry, just like a red eye for that.
It didn't get in my eye. It was on my hand. And anyway, it got in my eye.
I never got that in my eye.
Like it got in my eye. I didn't get pink eye. My eye swole almost shut for a couple of hours and then it opened back up.
Yeah, see, it like really like stays in there.
I mean, I don't know what it did. It wasn't sticky. It didn't stay shut. I mean, I was afraid to blink for a minute, but I got over it. But I mean, if you get sperm in your eye, you're fine. You shouldn't get pink eye.
You gotta untag me from this show. Okay?
You cannot get pink eye from sperm. You get pink eye from poop.
I didn't mean to say pink eye. I just meant to say like Caro has had a red eye, and I think that might be the cause of it. That's just a theory, though.
Oh, how hilarious is that?
And Deb, don't sit there and go.
It keeps coming
I have never gotten that in my eye.
I am shocked.
I have never gotten that in my eye. Never.
I know. Anyway, we're spiraling.
We might need a lie detector test for that one.
Yes. I do not let anybody.
Now.
No facial. No. You don't do that on the face.
I try to keep it on track because I know what Bill does for a living.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But you know what I'm saying.
No, I swear enough. I feel like Nick right now. I'm gonna lose my job.
You know what? The Big Brother house does have access to a therapist. So I'm thinking maybe Jackson should go talk to Nick about his eating and his food and the little chubs that's trying to come out inside of him.
Unless Nick says to him exactly what he said to Nicole. Is your anxiety even real?
No.
Is your eating disorder even real? That's what I say to him.
Yeah.
My God, can you imagine?
So
please send him spiraling. That's fucked up.
reeling it back in. What is Bella's state of mind right now? What's going on with her?
I think that she knows that she's on her way out the door. I would have to imagine.
Yeah,
but she doesn't have any place to go. Apparently, she's going to Nick's mom's house.
I don't know. She's made a couple pitches today as far as game, and like I didn't hear them, but I heard that it happened. At least people in the house are saying, "Oh, Bella's on her campaign tour," but we'll see if it goes anywhere. Most of the time, she's just laying in the bed with Nick.
Yeah.
I did see that yesterday. They were in that one room where Cliff Notes used to take place, just kind of intertwined, just talking, not really talking about anything. And she kind of zoned out during the poop and fart conversation that was taking place yesterday. Wow, what a tide. Now, I did hear Anelda in the chat. Hello, Anelda. Is always giving me information. Apparently, there was a conversation where they were actually talking about getting rid of Jack for like a split second. And Kat's like, I'm not voting for it to keep a mean girl. Like,
yeah, and plus, like Annalise like wants to keep Jack around for.
But the thing is, a mean girl is a meat shield right in front of you.
Yeah,
the mean girl.
And Jack has been like second in like all these competitions that he's lost.
Exactly. Get his ass out of there.
He's dangerous. He really is.
Because she's always going to be a meat shield in front of you.
Yeah, but
Blame it on Bella.
Yeah, but what if Bella wins, some act of God happens and she wins the endurance competition? She will be HOH. Then what? You still gonna use her as a meat shield?
God, what a wild ride that would be.
Yeah, she's going for the big dogs. She's going for the big dogs.
She has to.
She's my
Yeah.
number one pick, so I'm just grasping at straws here.
Yeah.
I like that. Was the only hope I had was that this Holly Jackson thing was a really bad thing, and then I saw them cuddling today. But if it was bad, I could, excuse me, I feel like a flip for Holly, a good power move could be stay with Kat, jump to the other side, Jack goes, and it's a beautiful thing. And I think that would be a really great move for her. But she is just playing the quiet game. She doesn't want to be known. She doesn't want to be vocal. She doesn't want to be in anyone's eyesight at all. But I felt like that could have been like an appropriate move for her if she wanted to flip and then get out Jack, which takes him away from Mickey or Jackson, and then they're against. And then with target number one next being Jackson, I think that would be an appropriate move. But that's just high hopes. That's like last case scenario. It's not going to happen.
Well, Nelda says Nicole is willing to keep Bella, but Jess and Kat are being petty. And Thomas the Talker says, I hope Sis gets on the block. I'm tired of her.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Nicole has it is totally forgiven Nick and Isabella. And Nicole actually said to the live feeders, she said, you know, guys, if I can forgive Bella, then you as America needs to forgive her actions as well.
Look,
I think that's very big of her.
it is very big of her. And I'll be honest, I am one of the most forgiving people, believe it or not. I am one of the most forgiving people. I really try to see the good in people, the glass as half full. I'm no angel. I have done things. I'm not perfect, I'm imperfect. And I think we all are. And we all say and do things in the heat of the moment. And it's like I've always said, when you are in the Big Brother house, you're going to say and do things and behave in a way that hopefully you wouldn't do in real life. And I think that's why a lot of people who come out of the Big Brother house actually become really close and really good friends, because look, it was a game. And at the time you're in it and you don't realize it. And I do love when Derek was on the round table I can't talk anymore, on RHAP last night. He did say, you guys can talk as much as you want and we're all going to listen, but until you have been in that house, you really don't know. And he's got a point. We really don't know. And a lot of people, like I said, I could talk all day long. I could get in the Big Brother house a year from now and you guys will be talking about me. What the frick is she doing? Why is she doing this? Why is she crying? Why is she over there? You don't know until you get in that situation. So
yeah, very well said.
I don't know. I feel like Cliff will not be safe for the next 2 weeks. I feel like Christie's check is going to bounce that check.
I disagree. I disagree.
Okay.
We'll see.
We'll see.
I think Cliff has set himself up very well.
Yeah, I do too.
I'm telling you.
I'm hoping he is, but I do foresee them bouncing a check.
I really feel like it's going to bounce. I don't trust them.
We shall see. Only time will tell.
Yeah.
That's it for me, unless you guys had any other last thoughts or anything.
Yeah. No, this has been fun. Thanks for having me. We got into some really good stuff. And not, and it was awesome.
Well, hopefully next time you join us, you won't have to untag yourself because of inappropriate things that I've said. So sorry about that.
I'm gonna let it ride. I'm a gambler. I play poker. I'm gonna let it ride.
And hashtag bleb.
Oh, bleb for life.
Bleb for life.
I don't know what that means. Is that some kind of hidden sequester thing?
Maybe.
See, if I play sequester and you two are playing together, I don't trust you two.
Come for us.
What?
Come for us.
I'm gonna come for the two of you. I will. Me and Kim Matina, we're already. You wait. She's probably gonna get my ass out first, but I don't care.
Just come for us. It'll land right in Deb's eye.
That's right, and it'll swell up for the 2 hours that we're playing. Got a little spermicide in your.
Yeah, anyway, I still don't believe that.
So that's about it. Zooty McBooty, Bill, please come back. We love having you. How can people find? Do you want to be found? When does school start?
Just on Twitter. Yeah, school starts. Like I still got a good month or so. So school starts. Find me at Zooty McBooty on Twitter, and literally that's it. Like you can, don't worry about Facebook, just Twitter. I don't do Instagram. I rarely do Snapchat. Twitter's the end all be all.
Okay. And Deb, how can people find you?
Right here.
Right there.
Right there.
Deb G on TV Co and at My Next Life on Twitter. Tyler, people can find you. Is that all your just Twitter or what? Yeah, point at the right. Don't point at you. Point the right.
What the heck?
Yeah, I know. It's like being in the mirror.
Yeah, this is very hard. So you can find me at TLyons, TLYONZZ.
Isn't there another place where we can find you?
You can find my photography stuff at scratchstudios.co, not .com.
Well, I heard that's blowing up, Tyler. I heard you're blowing up, man.
It is. It's going very,
I hear
very
you're going
well.
international.
I am going international.
What do you go to Taiwan?
Taiwan, I actually just booked another destination wedding for New Orleans for October. So
Here's the thing. That's why I can't have him this Thursday.
yeah, that's true. There is, for everybody worried about what's going on, it has nothing to do with me and Allison's bickering at all. It is all out of love, at least on my end. But no, I am just like super busy with like traveling and photography. Like it is wedding season for me and business is very good right now. So that's why I've had like a limited run so far, but hopefully, like I definitely love coming on the show, and I want to come on as much as I can and talk about Big Brother with you guys, because Big Brother will always be my favorite show, and this will always be my favorite YouTube show.
Oh, and Survivor Australia is starting, right?
Hell yeah, that's starting next week. I'm so excited about that.
I'm excited.
See, I've tried, but it doesn't stick with me. Do you watch that?
Oh my
Bill?
God, it's so good.
So much better than US.
I haven't given it the time of day yet, but I know where to find it. If it's summer break, I might check it out.
Well, if you're tired of seeing shithole Edge of Extinction crap, that's the show for you.
Yes, I mean, and like their competitions are hardcore.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah,
59 days.
Wow.
some good stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I want to give a shout out. Speaking of Survivor, Edge of Extinction, I want to give a shout out to War Dog. He and I had a texting session Friday night about Big Brother 21, and he is depending on us to keep him informed. So I'm sorry this is where you're coming. Do what?
Is he watching Big Brother?
Yeah, he's keeping up with it, but he's not like.
Okay, because I was texting him today. I think it was today about Vegas, whether he's coming or not, and that if he doesn't come, he's going to have serious FOMO because all the people from Big Brother are probably going to be there. So
yep. So I'm trying to get him to come on and talk Big Brother with us. We'll see. Who knows? He's on a break right now.
Well, he's taking his bar soon, so he's kind of busy.
Well, you can find me. I'm the boss.
Oh, God.
Okay, everybody got that? I'm the boss. Memphis.darling, the.memphis.darling on Instagram. At Summers, SOMMERS 1977 on Twitter. Follow my cat, Finley, on Instagram. For the love of God, follow Finley. FINLEYS_INSTI. Subscribe to My Weekly Meltdown on YouTube. You'll get notifications when we go live. And please like the My Weekly Meltdown Facebook page. That sometimes someone just walked behind Tyler and it made me jump. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. We'll be back Thursday after the eviction at 10/9 Central. Thank you so much for watching. That's a goodbye.
Bye, guys.
Allison, that Finley video was disturbing. I'm just going to say.
Oh, from Sunday?
Yes.
Yeah, go to my Instagram and Finley's Instagram. Watch the video we made Sunday of him sitting behind my head, smacking me with his tail, and then attacking me after I'm sitting there doing nothing.
Yeah,
nothing.
You look more evil than he did.
See it, Bill?
I'm telling you right now.
I saw it.
Yeah, Alice,
that's my life.
Evil. Yeah, no, you brought that on yourself. I'm just saying.
Tyler, you can go if you need to. I know you're dying to go. You got to go.
I gotta get going.
Tonight. Let's go.
Oh, gee, are you? Bye. Like I can't.
Where are you going?
Get the fuck out of here. Love Island? Okay. Yeah. All right.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.
See ya,
Bye. Allison, you did look evil. I'm just saying.
Listen.
You scared me.
We're still alive. I don't care. My cat has got a problem. And he's just an evil little bastard. Andrew Gibson sent me a text earlier today. He goes, I'm dying over this video of you and Finley. I can't. I don't know. Captain Obvious tried to pet him the other day and he bit his index finger.
Oh my.
Finley chases him out of the house. Where did Bill go?
Bill, he just dipped out. And
Bill just dipped.
Bill, I'm breaking up with you. That's it.
Just dipped.
That's it.
He's got to go untag himself
But
and everything because this is bad. I forget. You know what I'm saying? We gotta be more, Okay, anyway, that's it for the show. We're just whatever. Thank you guys for watching. So yeah, that's it. Bye.
Deuces.
Bill just left, just dipped.
Just dipped. Bye. Not even.
Okay.
Anyway.
That was funny.
Oh,